did you and Roland Martin ever have an issue, or do you feel that Roland Martin was attacking your credibility, or what's up with Roland Martin, man? I'm not much of a real big fan, but I'd like you to give us an idea because we're in a Roland Martin market over here, and I just need like to know how you feel about Roland Martin and his situation, his platform.
I don't feel any way about him personally. Politically, he's just like any other bourgeoisie Negro who takes issue with grassroots organizers who get more love and attention than they do. That interview that I did with Roland Martin took place, I believe it was 2017, I believe. It was a week after my 4th Breakfast Club interview. In fact, it may have been days after my 4th Breakfast Club interview where I wore an orange dashiki. And that video, as do all my Breakfast Club interviews, went viral. And it was bigger than anything Roland Martin had ever done on his station. And so he had his producers reach out to me to interview me on his platform, News One Now, right after the Breakfast Club interview. So he wanted to exploit the hype and the energy that was surrounding the 4th Dr. Breakfast Club interview. But rather than build and pick up where the Breakfast Club left off, he wanted to use it as an opportunity to try to embarrass me or belittle me and take away some of the strong following that I have, which didn't work at all. It was not the first time I was on Roland Martin's platform. He had invited me to be a guest at least 3 times prior to that situation. So I was very disappointed that a brother whose show I had visited before and have brought plenty of ratings. Anybody will tell you my interviews get some of the highest ratings in the country. It doesn't matter what station, doesn't matter who interviewed me. I bring the listeners, but I was very disappointed that he chose that opportunity to try to build his platform by trying to tear me down. So I was very disappointed, but like many people who try to make other people look small, they end up making themselves look smaller. And I came out on top of that situation. And by the end of the year, his show was canceled. And I believe that part of the reason his show was canceled is he lost a lot of viewers because a lot of Black people who follow Dr. who may not necessarily agree with everything I say, as you said, but they still support me. They did not appreciate what he tried to do. And many of them promised that they would never watch his show again. I believe that my interview on his show had a lot to do with why Roland Martin is no longer with News One Now.
One of the hottest speakers in America is an African-American brother by the name of Kevin Samuels. And I know you guys have had a little bit of situation. I don't want to call it beef, but it's always been about, your take on Black women and his take on Black women have always been kind of teetering on the teeter-totter a little bit. Can you clear a little bit of that up? Do you guys have a beef? Do you respect what he says, or where are you at with that? I'm going to fall back and listen.
The great Pan-Africanist, one of our last major grassroots scholars, Dr. John Henry Clark, said, "I only debate my equals, all others I teach." I only debate my equals, all others I teach. So with that being said, I don't have any beef with Kevin Samuels. I don't know the brother. What I do know is he made some disparaging remarks about me on one of his podcasts, to which I responded and cleared it up. But that was it. Like, I'm not aware of any work he's doing in the Black community to improve it. I'm all about institution building and transforming the realities of our people. So I have no beef with Kevin Samuels. He, like many others, often use my name, and they often repeat a lot of my speaking topics without giving me credit for it. But I don't mind it. I wish the brother well. Maybe he'll make an impact in the community. I don't follow him, so I can't really, speak to him. I only know that he made some critical remarks about me once. That's all there is to it. I don't have an issue with him. We held our very first unapologetically African Family First Festival on the campus of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, and it was a complete success. It was memorable. It was historic. It was every positive word that you can use to describe an experience. That is what happened at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy this past Saturday. And we will be hosting the second annual Black Family Festival also at FDMG next September the 10th of 2022. So for all the brothers and sisters who missed out on a great festival, I mean, I'm still getting text messages. I have people telling me that they have never been to a festival in their life that was this well organized, this well planned, this well executed. We had free food. We had the vendors. We give out free gifts to our supporters, t-shirts, mugs, books, notepads, hand towels, wristbands, the list goes on. It was beautiful. We had a performance from the Universal African Dance and Drum Ensemble out of New Jersey, performance by the historic Gil Scott Heron Band. And of course, there was a fashion show to close out the event where I was fictitiously married to two beautiful African sisters, which people thought was a real marriage, and it was not. But it was a great, great, great event. Thank you to everybody who supported us, who donated, and who came out. I will never forget what occurred on Saturday, September the 11th. Thank you. There was a fashion show, very well put together. And as you know, fashion shows have scenes. And there was a wedding scene to close out the fashion show. Having a wedding scene in a fashion show is not a new thing. I remember when I was president of the Black Student Union at Millersville University some 20 some odd years ago, we had a fashion show to close out we had a wedding scene to close out our fashion show, and I got married to a beautiful young lady there, fictitiously married. We did the same thing Saturday. But of course, you have the coons, you have the trolls, you have those who don't have anything positive to offer our people except drama and gossip. So they ran with it, and they're running around the internet telling people that I literally got married to two women on Saturday. But if that is the biggest concern I have, I'll be okay. I'm not particularly worried about that. Neither are the two beautiful women who participated in the wedding scene with me at the fashion show.